Wichita's #1 hit music station. It is Channel 963. What up, it's Cadre. And today's podcast is brought to you by taking a shower. I don't care if you're not leaving the house today. I don't care if you have no plans. You need to take a shower because if you don't, you stink and you're nasty. When you finally create that very clever tweet that makes your phone go, and even after a few hours, it's still going. And to top it all off, a celebrity retweets it and BuzzFeed writes an article over it. You then begin to realize, hey, look, Ma, I made it. That's exactly what it was like for poet, teacher, and podcaster Lauren Milici, whose tweet about Ariana Grande and Cardi B being the exact same age went viral. And you said, The fact that Ariana Grande and Cardi B are the same age is a lot to process.
I was sitting and I was just thinking oh my God, they're both 25 and they're completely different musicians and they're both badass women, but they're both 25. I've been following Cardi on Instagram for almost 5 years and I always thought she was way older than me.
Black don't crack. I feel like she reached her age, so she's gonna look like that till at least 70. Like every struggling artist, if you ever get a viral tweet, you have to upsell yourself. So you upsell your Instagram page so you can become a brand model or a brand ambassador, or you upsell your SoundCloud page so people can listen to your slightly mediocre mixtape because, maybe someone might like it and endorse ya or sign ya.
Unleash the credence. Releasing me was a mistake.
But Lauren did something very different. Hers was tarot card reading. I thought it was really funny on your Twitter feed how how everyone, whenever they have a tweet that goes viral, everyone posts, oh, go like my SoundCloud page. Yo, also like me on my Instagram. You're like, actually, I do tarot card readings, so go check that out.
Yeah.
DM me.
Someone always has the audacity to be like, wow, I hate self-promo. And I'm like, what, are artists supposed to starve? It's not like I'm getting paid per like. That'd be great. No.
Someone endorse me so that can happen, yo.
Oh my God, that'd be so nice. I just want to be one of those girls that gets paid to Instagram.
So I haven't had my tarot cards read in a few years, and this last year and a half has just been a really weird slump for me. I mean, I've been depressed a lot. My narcolepsy diagnosis has been getting me down. Radio has been great, but I don't even know if I'm on the right path anymore. Is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? Also, I have no love life. I have been single since the day I can remember. And it's just am I going to be okay? And so I decided to reach out to Lauren to see if she could help.
So basically how this works is I am going to shuffle the deck and then I am going to cut the cards in half and then just pick 3 from the top.
Is that all? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So any questions or anything I have to say first, or you're like, I got you.
Past, present, future is probably the most simple of the readings, and it's probably the easiest to do when you're not face to face. I feel like sometimes people give me their birth charts or their zodiac signs and stuff, but usually it's all based on energy for me, and I have crystals all surrounding me to just keep that energy connection going.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. So in the past position, we have the moon, which is a beautiful card. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. So the moon, the 2 key words or the 2 key phrases for the moon card are vivid dreams and fears. So I will go ahead and actually read the really beautiful definition that this book, The Wild Unknown, provides, because every book, every deck has different definitions. And I've been reading for about 5 years, so I try to pick and choose which ones I think are the most accurate or the most beautiful.
Okay.
So in many ways, the moon card encompasses the idea of the wild unknown. It is the shadow realm, the place where dreams, fears, and mysteries are born. Much darkness can linger here, and if you aren't careful, this can lead to periods of anxiety and self-doubt, almost as though you've lost your way in a house of mirrors. Many great artists have roamed this inner landscape. It's where imagination and creativity drift freely upon the midnight air.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Good. Just because this is in the past position, a period of time in which, you were suffering through anxiety and self-doubt, but you were able to overcome it. I'm assuming that because, you're on the radio and stuff, you are a naturally creative person.
Oh, thank you.
And Yeah, and I'm sensing, especially just with the other two cards, that your creativity, your ideas, have gotten you through a lot of things and have like helped you be like a productive, like inspiring, like human. Um,
Aww. You make me cry already. It's the first
oh,
card.
got two more. In let's see, in the future position, oh, sorry, in the present position, we have two of wands. Um, so with the two of wands, it's clear you're on your way to success. You focused on a goal and have boldly pointed all efforts in that direction. Since the suit of wands deals heavily with the mind, take this time to become aware of your thought patterns, specifically towards yourself. What is the quality and tone of your thoughts? Mostly positive or negative? How do you treat yourself on the journey to your highest dreams?
Okay, so is that trying to tell me that like I'm on the right path, but like I have to like keep being positive about it and not tear myself down? Is that like
Yes.
okay?
Yes, this is telling you to, yeah, you have to ignore that self-doubt and stop psyching yourself out and trust in the universe, trust in yourself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, this is the card that really just says, you got this. Keep
Aw.
going.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
I do. I got this. I
Yeah,
do. My mom and dad always tell
you
me
do.
that, and I'm like, okay, you're right. You're right.
Remember how you asked about your love life?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, guess what card is in the future
Oh no. Oh
position?
no. Oh no.
Okay, Two of Cups. And the three keywords for this card are connection, love, and romance. So say hello to the much adored Two of Cups. When this card appears, you can anticipate new love to be heading your way. And yes, this usually means romance, but sometimes it points to the birth of a dear and lasting friendship. Either way, the connection between you will be pure, honest, and solid. Open your heart and get ready.
Okay, okay. I'm ready. I'm getting ready. I'm ready
Yeah.
for this. I'm pumped because I talked to you before we scheduled the interview. I'm like, I kind of want to talk about my love life, but like, I don't want to go too deep into it, and for everyone to know. But yes, I am single, and I've been single for a while, so that makes me really happy. That's coming in the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this was a really good, like, positive reading.
oh, okay, okay. So like
Hmm.
how often do you usually get negative readings and how do you relay that to the people you're talking to? Like this is a negative reading. Uh so what do you think about that? Like how do you tell them that this is not the most positive thing you read?
I actually just this morning pulled like three cards for a young guy, and they were all very like dark, negative cards. And sometimes I'll pull them, and the person will say, "Oh, that's pretty accurate." And then I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, good. I'm glad you're self-aware." But sometimes, like, sometimes in the future position, like if I'm doing a reading like that, like it can be a dark card. It can be something just like three of swords is a card that represents like heartbreak and devastation. The tower represents like major upheaval, change. So like whereas like the death card tends to actually be a good card. Um,
Really?
but yeah, because it just something ended because it had to, and now something new is coming. So
Oh, okay.
rebirth.
Yeah.
Hmm. But I don't get too many people who are like upset with the negative outcome. They either just kind of accept it, or they're like, "Can you pull another one?" And then, "Can you pull another one?" And I'm like, "Okay, okay."
How have you like seen like your influence on people's lives after you do the tarot readings? Has it always been positive? Have they come back to you and be like, "Whoa, you really helped me with this"? And have you seen like a positive impact on what you've been doing?
Yes, I'd say so. One of my really good friends, Megan, months and months ago, I actually no, almost a year, no, actually maybe like 6 months ago, I did a reading where basically told her that like a relationship was going, like a very important relationship was going to end, and she was worried it was talking about like her boyfriend who she lives with, blah blah blah, but it ended up being her like best friend of like 10 years.
Really?
And she texted me and she was like, "Lauren, like, I just realized that that's what the reading meant."
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I get people come back and be like, "You were right. This happened. Oh my gosh. Like, thank you."
Okay. And so what do you say to skeptics who are like, oh, I don't really know about that. That's like crazy. Tarot readings, what? What do you say to people who are skeptical on what you do?
And my dad calls me a heathen, but he's like a strict like Catholic man, but he believes in some magic, but he'll joke and call me a heathen.
Yeah.
I every now and then I'll get someone who's like, oh, like really, like they treat it like it's a Ouija board, like it's like which actually I don't know why Hasbro makes Ouija boards. That is not a safe game to play.
That's not at all a safe game to play.
No,
Never.
No, but people treat the cards like they're a party trick, and like, and in some cases, yeah, I'll bring them to a party. Like we're doing a Halloween party, and probably 2 Halloween parties like next month. Like I'll bring my cards, but like for me, it's just like I know not everyone is a believer. Not everyone. I don't think religion or like spirituality is a universal thing. I think it's an individualized experience.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone doesn't believe, I respect that, but also like don't berate me.
Oh, Lauren, I just want to say thank you so much for being on. And what do you have any last things to say to whoever's listening?
Well, thank you for having me. I will say we're going through, especially just as a nation as a whole, like there's just some. I don't want to call it dark times, but it's kind of dark times. It's a weird time to be alive right now. Being human is a lot right now. But if you're struggling, just keep going. I know that's so cliche, but there's a Beatles lyric where I can't think of the song right now, but oh no, it's Martha, My Dear, where Paul says, when you find yourself in the thick of it, like help yourself to a little of what's all around you. And I live by that. When everything seems dark, like I promise, like there are flecks of light in your life. You just have to find them and like just run into them.
Lauren, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
Wichita's #1 hit music station. It is Channel 963. What up, it's Cadre. Thank you so much for tuning into today's podcast. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to go to channel963.com, and under my blog, you can find more blog posts as well as podcasts. And also go check out Whitney's, David Kane's, Webgirl Chelsea's, and Tight Pants blogs as well. Also, today's podcast is brought to you by taking a shower, because you need to take a shower if you have not already. Person who sat next to me at the movie theater yesterday, you're nasty, you're gross, you smell bad, I'm nice, please don't talk to me at the end of the movie, you gross.